So, hello there and welcome. I'm going to explain to you guys about Fantomon. Fantomon is a very integral part for your power gain in the game called Sword X Staff. So you unlock Fantomon pretty early on in the game. I am nearing the new dungeon unlock in Season 1. I'll go and show you this real quick. So you can see that we still have 1 day and 18 hours until the new season dungeon unlocks. It does require level 100, 930 power to enter normal, and then 1.45 million power to enter hard. So, you want to try and enter that hard mode as soon as possible so you can try to get those bonus rolls off uh, and all that stuff. So as you see, I reached 1.55 million, so I'm able to enter hard mode. Nightmare is 2.05 million. I don't think I'm going to reach it, but I'm trying to eke it out. And I'm going to show you how to eke out some more power through Fantomons. So, as you do your Fantomon wishes, you will get these little hearts. Those hearts you can use to purchase mythics. So, if you were to purchase Nyx or Aegiswing, we'll use Aegiswing for my explanation because I have Aegiswing here. I just found this out because I was doing the math. I like to do math a lot, and I like to min-max stuff a lot. So, I've been working through it for quite a few hours and going over and over on it to look at what I could do to min-max this. Now, I'm going to explain to you how I found this out and why it's so impactful. So whenever you click on a Fantomon and you go to aptitude, you do have this aptitude page. So to max out page 1, you need 418 blue materials and 44 purple materials of whatever the material is for that Fantomon. So for tanks, you need eggs. For DPS, you need fur. And then for healers, you need essence. So what does all this mean exactly? Basically, what's going to happen is for page 1, you need 418 blue, 44 purples. But for page 2, when you get the aptitude up and you hit page 2, it's a little bit different for legendaries and mythics, but I'll use my mythic here as an example to explain this. When you hit page 2, you get this early power gain right here, which is going to give me block rate 1.68%. So for me, that block rate is very powerful because I am a knight and I need that block rate. So getting this is very helpful for me. Now, if you're a DPS, you're going to have Nyx instead. I don't have Nyx, so I can't really show you it, but I can use my Zweilitis to as an example. So this right here would actually be down here where this health is right here, which is why it's so different between Mythic and Legendary, and I'll explain that later, but I need to keep solidifying that fact to you that Mythic and Legendaries are different in the rules I'm going to explain. I'm going to go off of the basis that you have one Legendary, or you're about to get that one Legendary. So you're about to buy that one Nyx, you're about to buy that one Aegiswing, or you're saving for the Panda, and you're going to buy that Panda. So it is very important that you understand that this explanation is based off of you having just one mythic. If you are a whale, if you are a medium spender and you have, an adult Nyx already and you have Aegiswing and you're already just waiting for the panda, this does not concern you that much because you're just going to basically spend your points into them. Mythic will always beat out legendaries. You don't have to worry about that explanation. This explanation is strictly for just free to play / light spenders, people who are just pulling when they can, and this is what they get. So for this right here, for this legendary right here, I'm able to go up here to get this right here, which gives me crit rate. So Nyx is going to give that crit rate, but it's going to be earlier on, like where my block rate was for my Aegiswing. So where my block rate is right here, as you see right here, it'll be the similar setup as this. It'll be the 8th one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So your 8th one on Mythic will give you that crit rate, which is going to give you a lot of damage. So you're going to get crit rate here, and then crit rate here, where I got block rate and block rate. So it's going to give you a lot of damage. So you want to try and just focus feeding on that. So what does that mean for the rest of your legendaries here? What that means is that you now want to try and finish out page 1 on these guys. So page 2 of legendary Fantomon, not mythic, legendary Fantomon, is going to cost you 520 blue materials and 104 purple. That is a net of 102 more blue materials and 60 more purple materials, just so you can reach that first big breakpoint for that damage boost. So for like healer right here, I'm not even close to getting this right here. I'm not even close to getting this damage resistance here. And if I go to my DPS one, I am kind of close to getting this right now to get this crit rate. Now, what I'm going to show you instead is if what I could do is I could go reset and do another DPS one and get this damage boost instead of the crit rate. Now, is crit rate better? Possibly, yes. But the cost of materials to get there is so much higher than just doing this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do lineup. I'm going to swap out Kells for my Amaropi and finish lineup. I just got Kells this week. I'm so thankful for the arena rolling over. So Kells is pretty easy to get. All you have to do is do 3 weeks of arenas. Just buy out the shards every week and you'll have Kells. So Kells is a very, very easy legendary Fantomon to get. It just takes 3 weeks to get it. So now what I'm going to do is go Zalatis. Now, I'm going to show you my CP, or my power, is 1.5. 1.55. And so I'm going to go to Aptitude, and I'm going to reset. So 1.55, I'm going to reset all of this. I'm going to gain 758 and 98. And now I'm going to drop. So now I'm going to spend all of this on my Zalatis, as I normally would. So again, 1.55 million was my cap earlier. We're going to see if I can go a little bit over that by doing this strategy. Because like I showed you earlier, my healer is not close to reaching the cap right now. So it is not good for me to do a secondary healer at this moment in time, which is what I was going to explain. While I do this, I'm going to explain that. When you get a page that is full, you want to look at what materials you have in your storage. You then want to take those materials and spend it onto another Fantomon for page 1. It's not because it is quote-unquote better to do so. The stats that you gain on page 1 are a little bit lower than what you gain on page 2. The big boost, though, is at the very, very top of the Fantomon aptitude list. For page 2, it's a little bit lower, and you will get 2 of them on page 2. Just the costs of resources to reach that point is a lot more. Like I said earlier, it's going to be 108 more blue materials, or 102, my bad, 102 more blue materials than it would cost you to reach the top of this base one right here, which gives you a lot more stats. On top of that, it's going to cost you 60 more purple materials. So it just is going to just cost immensely more for small damage gains. And I'll show you what I mean by that here in a moment too. I'll use page 1 versus page 2 to show you the explanation of what I mean by that. I do wish you could reset just page 1 or page 2 whenever you reset, but you have to reset all of it, sadly. So I'll go ahead and keep spinning here. Alrighty, we're almost to the top. Sorry for this elongated process. It's just that you can't reset page 2. I do hope they introduce that at some point, because that'd be nice for us to be able to do to just reset one page. So here is the big damage boost here for this. This is damage boost by 0.33%. That is going to be a scaling damage boost. So that one point was 185. As you see, nothing else is even close to that 185 damage gain. And then this right here is going to be a little bit more than that, of course. It's going to be 500 almost. So if I go to the speed, this first one is speed plus 26, and if I go over to my other DPS, my Kells, go to aptitudes, and go to this speed is 22. It's 4 points difference, yes, but watch how many more I can get of this. As you saw, I was a little close to the damage boost on that first page 2. But now, with how much materials I have, I'm going to see how high up I get with this. Again, I was 1.55 million power. Let's see if I can reach 1.56 million power, or even higher. So I am a knight, so I'm going to go for the defense first, of course, because I'm just going to go for it. I'm a knight, so I scale better off of this. Well, I'm a paladin, technically. But because I'm a knight, I scale more with defense than I do with anything else, so I'm going to go for the defense first. After that, I do like to have speed. I do like the idea of getting the speed over here, because I do have 2 more defense nodes over here, so I'm going to try and get these speeds. And then the health also. This health now. Let's see how much more I can do. How many more purples do I have? 47 purples. I can just keep slamming right now. Okay. Alright, I can slam all the way up here for the defense probably. I'm getting a little bit lower, almost sub 100. Oh, I'm sub 100 now. Okay. Get this defense boost right here. It's pretty nice. I'm about to reach that 1.56. As I'm 1.56. I'm already higher, and I'm almost to this damage boost. And as you saw, this damage boost earlier was giving me quite a bit of damage. So this right here goes to show that it is indeed better just to... Oh, oops. Okay, I'll take this, I guess. It is indeed better just to go for this. I do 31, so I could technically buy enforces. Actually, you know, I'm going to enforce this just to show you guys. I do not recommend doing this. Do not do this. It is not recommended. Um, I'm just doing this to show you guys that it is indeed better to max out 2 page 1s than it is to spend on page 2. Alright, I should have enough to max this out. There we go. So I do not recommend doing that. That cost me quite a bit. I'm set pretty far back because every one of these was 4 of the small ones. But as I said earlier, you need 60 more of these than you do while the other material you need 102. These are much harder to come by than the blue materials, so it is not recommended to do what I just did. I was doing that just to explain to you guys how this all worked and how it all shows and plays out. So if my healing one was a little bit closer, it would be a different story. Like if my healing one was up here and I was like 2 away from getting this almost, I probably would not do the healing one, but I did the speed one. I did the DPS one just to explain to you guys the difference. So now I have page 1 and page 1 maxed out. Will I ever reset to go to page 2? Probably. Probably. I will test it out later when I have enough materials. I don't have enough materials right now. I am not swiping on this game. I am not trying to go into debt, basically. So I don't want to go and test it all out. I am a light spender, and I will let you guys know when I get to that point, and I'll test it out and let you guys know, and I'll get back to you guys when I do. But yeah, as you see, it is better to max out your mythic as much as you can for the 100% damage boost, and then 50% boost on these guys. It is not worth it doing the pages for these guys. You only get 20% of the value. It is not worth it. For these guys though, it is worth it. Try and find out what materials you have a lot of, and then go from there. I am going to do this because I am bugged by this. I like to have it like this. But yeah, there you guys go. You guys now have information on how the Fantomons work and how to go through and fill out the pages and get the most combat power for yourself. And also, as you can see, because I did that, I hit 91 aptitude goals, which gave me a lot of resources. So you can also do this over and over again to try and get higher aptitude. So if I wanted to, I could reset my healer and only do page 1, then do page 1 here, and that'll let me hit my goals a lot quicker for my aptitude. But I don't have set goals for that because all you get are shovels. These shovels are used just for the Dustfall Dune, which I'll show you what that is real quick so you can kind of see it. Dustfall Dune is for your artifacts, so if you need shovels for your artifacts, then go ahead and do that. But you don't need to worry about that. You'll get it as time comes. There's no reason to rush it. No reason to force it. Just let it come. But yeah, there you guys go. It's an explanation of how to maximize your Fantomon's power. I've been trying to look up on YouTube a lot and Google it a lot, but there's no like explanation about this. It's always just like, hey, you can just reset it. Why do we need a calculator? This is why we need a calculator. For us free-to-play players / live spenders who need to min-max our values, for us to make sure we reach the power cutoffs for everything, because with the new dungeon coming out, reaching 930k power is pretty important for a lot of people. And then some people can possibly reach the 1.4 million, 1.45 million power and make the cutoff for hard. And as you saw, I just gained only 10,000 power from that. But that 10,000 power could be the difference between hard and not hard. So you know, if you're 1.44 million power and you just need to eke out that little bit more power, this is a very easy way of doing it. It's very quick, and yeah, there you guys go.